Red flags to look out for in a relationship before marriage. For most people, getting in a relationship means seeing a future together. However, we must admit that relationships are not without challenges since we are all humans. Nonetheless, this does not mean that you tolerate your partner's behavior, especially when they steal away your happiness. Before you commit yourself, it is best to know and understand the red flags before marriage. Simply put, these are issues that you cannot overlook if you want a happy ending. While compatibility in a relationship is essential, there is no denying that many other elements can make or break a marriage. One such element is your partner's traits. Both men and women need to be careful when choosing their marriage partners and take the time to understand each other's personalities. Hey guys, welcome to the channel and to another interesting video. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any new update from us. Knowing how to identify red flags in a relationship is extremely important. Before you can address red flags, you need to understand what they look like and why they are dangerous. Unfortunately, some people start to accept red flags as a part of the package rather than warning signals. They then become vulnerable to emotional, psychological, and sometimes even physical harm. Let's look at some common red flags that can arise in any relationship. By learning what they look like and why they are harmful, you can put an end to toxicity before too much damage is done. 1. Overly controlling behavior. Overly controlling behavior is a common red flag. People that try to control your movements, decisions, or beliefs are more concerned about what they want than what is best for you. In a healthy relationship, there is compromise and understanding around differences. Not one person controls the other person's actions. If your partner insists on calling the shots at every turn, odds are this will only continue if not worsen in your marriage. 2. Trust issues. Trust is an important foundation in any healthy relationship. A major sign of an unstable relationship is when partners, friends, colleagues, or family members distrust you. Of course, we all have doubts sometimes, but they shouldn't stop us from trusting the people in our lives to do the right thing. Healthy relationships require trust on both sides. Many people get so carried away with the idea of having a fairy tale wedding that they tend to forget the amount of work needed to make it work. If you are having disillusions or perhaps distrust about your partner, it can be one of the signs not to get married. If there is no trait or behavior of your partner that annoys you, likely you do not know them enough yet. You should not push through the marriage if you do not know your partner realistically. 3. They doesn't express interest in your future goals. The people closest to you should build you up, not break you down. When you love someone, you are committed to supporting and uplifting them. If you do not feel that support from your partner, family, or friends, something needs to change. If the goal of marriage is forever, then you and your fiancé are signing up for a lifetime of being together, which should mean you both have a vested interest in what the other person's vision of the future looks like. After all, once married, your futures become a shared one to some degree, right? So, as an online article for Women's Health magazine pointed out, if he isn't showing an interest in your future, it might be because he doesn't see himself in it, and vice versa. 4. Physical, emotional, or mental abuse. Physical, emotional, and mental abuse are undeniable red flags in any relationship. Physical abuse is easier to pick up, but emotional and mental abuse can be just as damaging in the long run. And just like physical abuse, mental and emotional abuse can cause PTSD. Nobody ever has the right to use you as a scapegoat for their own problems. Those should be dealt with constructively and fairly. Abuse is never an acceptable response to a problem. 5. Anger management issues. If someone you are close to or dating has anger management issues, you might feel threatened or unsafe during conflict. Lack of emotional regulation is a definite red flag for any relationship. We all should feel comfortable enough with a partner or friend to tackle difficult subjects without fearing for our safety. Anyone who uses anger as an intimidation tactic is displaying toxic behavior. Violence of any kind is a very serious sign that you should not be getting married. This one might seem obvious. It's shockingly common in relationships. This is not something you should try to work out, but a sign that you should instead do everything you can to swiftly and safely remove yourself from the relationship. A fiancé that makes you feel unsafe will not become a husband who makes you feel safe. 6. Constant jealousy. This one might seem out of place, but hear me out for a moment. It is natural to feel jealous when your partner or friend is spending a lot of time with others. However, that is not an excuse to let it cloud your judgment. Someone who is constantly jealous of your connection with others cares more about what they want than your happiness. 7. Immature and unpredictable. One major indication that your partner may not be the right one to marry has to do with their level of maturity. Not solely an issue related to age, immaturity on your partner's end might mean that they have been unsuccessful in certain areas deemed basic life skills, which may translate to being an unreliable partner in a marriage. So, if your fiancé has trouble with taking care of themselves, managing their finances and personal space, holding onto a job, and making plans for their life and future, it may be a sign to put marriage plans on pause. In addition, it is a serious red flag if they are always refusing to accept responsibility when they are at fault or always blaming others for their mistakes. 8. You're having major doubts. Recurring and substantial doubts are one red flag you simply can't ignore. In an article for True Love Dates, written by professional counselor, speaker, and author Deborah Fileta, she is quick to point out that while some doubts are normal in a relationship, these should, over time and in a healthy relationship, diminish and subside. Whether rooted in your own issues or one stemming from your relationship, don't ignore nagging doubts. You should instead seek to get to the bottom of and work through these feelings. 9. They are dealing with addiction issues. Substance abuse is a clear red flag. It indicates that a person struggles with impulse control and self-destructive habits. Depending on the substance, any relationship can quickly turn toxic if addiction is present. With that said, substance abuse is an illness and your loved one might need help. A partner struggling with dependency is not someone operating of their own and controlled free will. To couple those unresolved issues with the pressures and expectations of marriage is not only unrealistic, it is unfair to the both of you and detrimental to your partner's chances of resolving their issues. 10. Negatively affecting your relationship with family and friends. For many of us, our family and friends provide an important sense of community. It's a major red flag if someone in your life is negatively affecting your relationship with those you love. Healthy relationships should never come at the cost of other healthy relationships. There you have it, guys, 10 red flags to look out to before marriage. These aren't all of them, but for the sake of this video, we could provide you with the top and most relevant that in all honesty covers everything. With that said, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them in the comment section and don't forget to like this video if you did enjoy it.